So in this video, I'm going to be running through my little PEPE launch plan. And I know this may not be something that you would expect from me, a meme coin, but just hear me out on this one. So what will PEPE be worth in 2025? That is the next Bitcoin bull market. That will be like the height of the next bull run. And I would predict that it's going to be that if you were to invest $500 in PEPE today, it's going to be worth $43,000 in 2025. We have 2 years to go on this, so this is absolutely not a trade at all. This is not trading. This is pure investing in long-term meme coins. I know it sounds ridiculous. So I actually first came across PEPE a couple of weeks ago when it was about here, and I thought about buying in. You know, I saw all of the hype that was going on Twitter and just constant hype. And I know, as I'm sure you do by now, that when you see these hyped up coins, even though they are based on absolutely nothing whatsoever, they have no value, no purpose, but these meme coins just go up in value anyway because people like them. And what I found over the years is this is no different than people liking Pokemon cards, those little bottle top things that came out in like the 90s or something, people collecting them, spending ridiculous amounts of money on them. I remember they had fidget spinners just a couple of years ago. No idea what that is. But for some bizarre reason, people just love to spend their money on completely useless rubbish. And this is just an online digital version of that. And there are plenty to choose from. So obviously Dogecoin was the first ever original. We've had SHIB back in 2021. That went up like crazy. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute, as well as Floki there as well. We've got Dogelon Mars, Baby Doge, loads and loads of Dogecoin type coins. So unfortunately for me, and maybe for you as well, even though I did see PEPE going crazy on Twitter over the last couple of weeks, I didn't actually buy in. I did intend to, I just never really got around to it and didn't expect it to explode quite so fast. And how fast did it explode? Well, you can see here, this was a 7-day period. So this is like in the last 7 days from the time of actually doing this right now. And it went up almost 650%. 650%. Absolutely insane gains for just 7 days. But I did actually buy in yesterday during this dip, and I think that all of the calculations that I've done in this video that you'll be seeing in just a moment were actually calculated on the all-time high all the way up here. So earlier where I said that $500 you could turn that into 43,000, that was $500 based on the all-time high on the chart. Now the reason for the massive spike that you see in price here is actually because it got listed onto a new exchange. That exchange was OKX, and it's a pretty big exchange. You know, they're sponsoring like Man City, probably one of the best football teams in the world right now, but certainly not as big as Binance. And there is apparently some word that Binance, CZ from Binance, has suggested that listing PEPE may well be an option in the future. And it's certainly not the only exchange. So a couple of weeks when I first saw PEPE and was looking to buy some, if you come here on CoinMarketCap to markets, you'll be able to see everything which is on. Basically, a couple of weeks ago, it was only Uniswap. Now we have over 40 different exchanges or exchange options where you can actually buy some PEPE. So it is growing all the time. Obviously, there's OKX, but what is not on the list here is things like KuCoin, obviously Binance, Coinbase. Just imagine how high this coin will go once it gets those types of exchange listings in the future. So what I wanted to do is just work out where we are with PEPE right now and what it may be worth in the future, if it's going to follow the same sort of growth pattern that we've come to see from other meme coins like SHIB and that Dogelon Mars and all of that stuff. So what I did is I picked a couple from CoinMarketCap here using the data from Doge, SHIB and a few others, and I made up a little chart here just so that we can see what we've got. So we got PEPE here on the top, and we got a maximum supply coin just like Bitcoin, and this is maximum supply of, well, this would be millions, billions, trillions, so 420 trillion PEPE. That's quite a bit. And Doge does not have a max supply. I didn't actually know that, but yeah, no max supply on Doge. But obviously, a lot smaller circulating supply. And Doge, with its all-time high, there was talk of it maybe going to $1. It actually only went to 73 cents in the end back in 2021. And at that time, its market cap all-time high. This is based on this actual circulating supply. It may not have been exactly the same at the time, but you know, this is rough figures. But based on these numbers, the market cap all-time high would have been 102 what is that, billion, $102 billion. So right now with PEPE, we are way down the list. Obviously, we're in a bear market right now, so you wouldn't expect to see any of these sort of figures right now for SHIB or any of the others. So yeah, I looked at SHIB, looked at Floki, looked at Dogelon, and what I wanted to do is come up with some sort of average as to what we may expect. But I think SHIB is really the one to go for. So what I wanted to work out is what PEPE would be worth in the future if it reached the same market cap that SHIB reached in 2001. What would PEPE be worth in 2025 if it reached that same market cap? And now that market cap was $52 billion, as you can see right here. And that would mean that PEPE would be worth a very impressive 0.001239 cents, I suppose, or dollars. Yeah, that would be the price of PEPE if it matched the all-time market high of SHIB. And what that would mean is basically that you've got a gain there of 8,514%, which is very, very good over the next 2 years. I don't think there's any sort of stocks or anything. If you invest in a bank, you're not going to get that. Absolutely no way. And in real terms, of course, that means that if you were to invest $500 at the all-time high, as I said earlier, the all-time high, not the current price, then you'd be turning that into 43,000 at the height of the 2025 bull run. And here is the truth. Now, of course, you may not actually make anywhere near that. You may get zero because the whole project may just completely fall apart and you'll end up with nothing. So I'm not suggesting at all that you should put all of your money into PEPE coin. I am not. So I'm putting about, maybe I'm going to like dollar cost average in over the next couple of months. Right now, I started with a small amount, and now I'm only going to be going in with about sort of a 0.5% to maybe 1% maximum of my entire portfolio value. So a very small amount. But when you have the potential to turn something like just $500 into 43,000, then, and that is a very real potential to actually do that, then I think it's definitely worth taking a punt on something like that. I mean, why would you not? I mean, there's crazy gains to be made there. Just to prove a point as to how big those gains are. Now, if you invested that same $500 today in Doge, and Doge was going to go back up in 2025 and actually hit the $1 mark this time, then you're only going to be making 6,384. So still really good gains compared to, you know, putting your money in a bank or something like that, you know. But compared to what you could be making, you know, if I'm going to have 43,000 or 6,800, you know which one you're going to pick, right? Now, these markets are solely on hype. These coins have no real value, no real use, but the hype is real. Now, if we have a look here at Cointelegraph, they put out a post, and this was for, out of all the meme coins, which do you think will have the biggest market cap by 2025? And obviously, in terms of market cap, everybody said, well, Doge, you know, you got 41.6% there saying Doge. SHIB's just around sort of 12%, but PEPE, absolutely massive there. So you know that there is huge amounts of hype around PEPE. And I should imagine coins like Floki will probably go to zero over the next couple of years. But then here is the real kicker. This next one from Cointelegraph again, and they say which meme coin will record the biggest performance in 2023. And you can see SHIB here still got around sort of 12% of them hardcore SHIB coiners there. But Dogecoin, you know, Dogecoin fans having to really accept the fact that, yeah, you know what, PEPE is the big coin of 2023, and it should probably outsurpass anything else this year. So hey, epic way to spend some money on buying some stuff which you can't touch and you can't really do anything with, and has really essentially no value whatsoever. And if you're in that sort of mindset, you want to spend some money on something where you're not actually going to see anything back from, or could potentially not see anything back from, why not check out this right here? So the other day I was invited along to this little church gathering in Aberkenfig, somewhere in Wales, and they had a little fundraiser. They asked me to do a video, so I just took some video. You can see that here, down here, and they're looking to raise some money to buy a building, so they've got a place and all that. And you know, you could potentially from that give a little bit into that and get something, maybe when you die, go to heaven. Obviously, depending on your belief, it may be something that you want to give a little bit into. If you do, please do. I was there with these guys. I actually filmed this video. Please do check it out, and had a great time with those guys doing that. In the meantime, do let me know down in the comments below just what you think of PEPE. Is it all just hot air and fluff? Is it going to go zero? Or are you a backer, and are you going to be buying some? And I shall see you again in the next video.